What is up, my dudes? Today we're gonna start my first ever Let's Play. Today we're gonna be starting off with the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. It's a game that I really like the aesthetic of. I've never actually played it. In fact, I haven't played many Elder Scrolls, but I love fantasy vibes. Love them to death. So today we're gonna try it out. I have another game lined up as well called Wizard Quest. I hope that one goes through as well. But yeah, let's get started, I guess. Here we go. Please select your home province. Where do I want to go? High Rock, Skyrim, Morrowind, Somerset Isle, Valenwood, Black Marsh, Hammerfell. I feel like the Black Marsh would be kind of cool. Argonians hail from the province of Black Marsh. You are part of a highly evolved race of Raptillas, known for their intelligence, agility, and speed. Because of their reptilian nature, Argonians do not tire easily when swimming. While many Argonians have successfully mastered the arts of thievery and spellcasting, there are some regarded well as warriors. Is your character to be an Argonian? I think it should be. Would you like to choose from a list of possible classes to play? You can also create your own custom character by choosing this option, or generate your character's class by answering questions to determine the class most compatible with you. Ooh, what do we think? Should I do the personality test, or should I? I'll do the test. While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. Delighted, you take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. Okay, I guess I'm a child. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it. Do you A, drop the sweet roll and step on it, then get ready for a fight? Is there more? Give him the sweet roll now without argument, knowing that later this afternoon you will have all your friends with you and can come and take whatever he owes you. Or act like you're going to give him the sweet roll, but at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they'll pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot in on the leader. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that, but that is definitely what I would want to do. Alright. You are told that a young man has been caught by the village guards and accused of murder. Apparently, his brother was killed by a group of 4 ruffians, in a local tavern, and in his grief, the young man tracked down each of them and murdered them. Upon reflection, you believe that the young man acted honorably in avenging his young brother's death. The village lord should let him go free. B, even as you sympathize with... Okay, that was the end of that one. Okay, so A is think that he did a good job for going to avenge the death. B is even as you sympathize with the young man. Something. Law cannot be tolerated if there is to be peace. Or C, the young man's only mistake was getting caught while exacting vengeance. For that, he now must accept whatever fate has in store for him. Caught, murder. Like, did they mean to kill him, though, you think? See, does a murder matter less or more based on how like if they knew that they were killing them. I think I'm gonna go with A. One night, after Tails and Talos, you look at the hoard of treats you have collected and find lots of brandied plums, a treat you particularly dislike. You know your younger cousin likes them. Do you A, give her all your brandied plums, B, trade the brandied plums for something she does not really like, but you do, or C, pretend that they are excellent brandied plums and see if she will give up something really good in exchange? Honestly, I think I'd probably just offer them and then, but I would like something for them. I'll choose B, see if there's a trade, a deal we can make. Or actually, but I don't like them, so no, I'd rather just get rid of them. A. Your father tells you one night the story of his battle at Borim Valley, where his men had routed the enemy. They would have captured them all if not for the brave sacrifice of a young sergeant on the opposing side, who held a pass long enough for his men to retreat to safety. He had done so knowing that it would cost him his life. If you had been that man, would you have fled, rationalizing that your experience with battle tactics was too valuable to be wasted and could make the difference later? Or B, held the pass also so that the men under your command could flee, though it meant your life? Or C, searched for some means to distract the enemy that your man might have the possibility of escaping, but not at the cost of your own life? You see, the problem with that question is that I think every man out there has that fantasy of dying in battle. We don't want to die, but holding off an army by yourself would be pretty like, it would suck. But you would be a legend for life, or I guess for death. But yeah, I think I would probably also hold the pass. If I think I could reasonably actually hold it, I would do it. You and your best friend buy your first daggers together, a matched pair. You loan him the amount since he doesn't have enough gold, and he agrees to pay you back later. After leaving the shop, you and he sit down to marvel at your new weapons. To your dismay, you notice that there is a small notch on the blade of the dagger you selected. Your friend asks you to please watch his weapon for him while he runs an errand. Do you A, wait for your friend's return, then point out the flaw in your dagger and return to the weapon shop to demand a refund? B, switch the daggers, rationalizing that since you paid for them, you should get the first choice, and that if your friend ever notices the notch, you could always take him back to the weapon shop and get a refund. Keep his dagger safe until his return, then switch the daggers with your best friend's knowledge, justifying it with the fact that you paid for them. I knew that option was coming. Paid for them. And then offer to accompany him back to the weapon shop. Honestly, I'd go back straight for the refund. I would want a new dagger. How much gold was this? Matched pair, agrees. Just gold. There's gold involved. I would want my refund. Dagger could mean life or death. That's so cool. In the background, in the stars, you see like a knight, and you see like a rogue thing, like with a cape. You know. Your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. Do you, A, return to the store, explaining to him the mistake, and give the shopkeeper his hard-earned money, explaining to him the mistake, B, pocket the extra money, knowing that the shopkeepers in the general tend to overcharge customers anyway, or C, decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items that would help your family. Help my family, eh? We gotta think in the mindset of this context, though. It's a shopkeeper. It's somebody. It's not like you go to McDonald's and they give you a little bit extra change. Like, that's, come on. It's McDonald's. You need to calm yourself. But here, it's like an actual shopkeeper that you might know, you know? I honestly feel like pocket the edge. I'm sorry, Chad, I have to do it. For the fam. It is a particularly grueling class. Your arms master has been unreasonably demanding on everyone, including you. His criticisms border on abuse, and it seems he has no positive comments to make. He turns to berate you at the end of class, and over his shoulder, you see some classmates put an aggressive, non-poisonous snake. My bad. You see your classmates put an aggressive but non-poisonous snake in his hand sack. Would you do nothing? The great arms master needs a dose of humility, and this might be a good way of paying him back for all the misery he has put you through today. What is an arms master? Is that like, I feel like it's probably some sort of sword class thing, like a weapons master, right? Okay. Do nothing, blah blah blah. Tell him you saw a snake creep into his hand sack, but do not tell him about what your classmates did. No reason to get anyone in even further trouble. Or C, immediately tell him that what the classmates did. There's no excuse for treating a seasoned fighter like him with disrespect, regardless of his treatment to you that particular day. I mean, if it's one day, I thought it was just like he's like that forever, but no, apparently it's a bad day. You know what they say, you gotta break a few omelets to make gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? So, like, he's kind of gotta be mean sometimes. He's the weapons master guy, I think. I definitely wouldn't do nothing. I think I would tell him, but I wouldn't say who. I ain't no snitch. Mama didn't raise no snitch. Creep into his sack, but do not tell. Yeah. Your arms master poses a question one day to his class. A company of 100 men is attempting to flee from the enemy. There are two paths out of the broken stronghold. One path will kill half of the men under the officer's command, but the other half would survive. The other path, however, has a 50% chance that everyone would die, but also a 50% chance that everyone would survive. As the commanding officer, what would you do? Choose the path that would guarantee half your men would survive? Choose the path that has a 50% chance that would all survive and a 50% that they would perish? Or turn the choice over to the men and let them decide by majority vote which path they should commit themselves to? Damn. See, what I was thinking is I'd take my second in command and I'd tell him to take half of the troops, and we split up, and then there's at least I know somebody will survive, you know, tell the tale. Like, have 50% of the battalion or the whatever go into the 50%, and hopefully they survive. Maybe everybody there survives. And then the other 50% go into the other one. So 25% of that party will guarantee to be living. But that's not an option here. Honestly, I feel like I would let them all decide. I think I would do it. If there was time, I would do it. You're hunting in the King's Hunt, a contest in which the best hunter will win riches enough to live comfortably for the rest of his or her life. You track a white stag. Many of you had shot at it earlier. You are alone as you examine the stag and recognize the arrows as one friend. Wait, what? Recognize the arrow as one fired from your friend's bow. As you retrieve the arrow for closer examination, you hear your friends arrive. Do you claim to have fired the arrow that hit the stag, thus gaining the honor for the kill? B. Show the others the arrow and proclaim your friend the archer of the day? Or C. Suggest dividing the prize, reasoning that although your friend's arrow brought it down, all of you were instrumental in the tracking and the kill. Honestly, I would give it to the friend. Hey, buddy, you shot it. I think there's 3 classes, and depending on what I answer is which one lights up, and when it's light up the most, it picks. I really hope I get the magic one, but I think I'm not going to get that one. Okay. You are at weapons practice. Your arms master is very old now, but takes his teaching very seriously. You have heard him say it is all he has left in life. Today, he has ceaselessly taunted you at every mistake. Finally, he asks you to attack him with the same technique you just did in an effort to show you the proper execution. A. Do you do the technique just fast enough so that he can block, knowing that it is more important to allow the master to retain dignity regardless of your personal feelings? B. Attack him at full speed, knowing that you could probably score the hit and justify his unfair treatment of you by showing the class that you were actually doing it right. Or C. Refuse and leave practice, unable to compromise your anger with his dignity and realizing that whatever course you choose would cause you to lose respect for him or yourself. Honestly, I'd probably attack. Honestly, I would straight up swing quickly, taunting me all day, and then you tell me to do it. Archers are warriors especially trained in the use of a bow. The most important skills to an archer are archery, hand-to-hand, dodging, axe, blunt weapon, and critical striking. Do you wish for your character to be an archer? Well, I guess based on the results, I am. I wish I would have been something else, but... Fast start by automatically generating your character's background. You'll be able to adjust starting attributes and skills within the character sheet, or choose your character's career path by answering 12 important career questions that will influence your character background. Ooh. Bro, I've done 20 minutes just on these tests. I want to get in. I'll do this though. Besides the bow and arrow, you are best at hand-to-hand combat, blunt weapons, axe fighting, short-bladed weapons, or long blade. I honestly kind of feel like I want to say blunt. What motivates you for the life of adventure? Riches, knowledge, helping others, fame, and fun. Fun. Every time. Don't do anything if you're not having fun, or it will lead to fun later. Which of the following skills have you been studying the longest? running, climbing, lockpicking, stealth, jumping, critical striking, pickpocketing, backstabbing, and dodging. Do I want to do pickpocketing? No, lockpicking would be sick. I'm gonna pick lockpicking. As a child, your nickname was Rabbit, Quicksilver, Monkey, Guppy, or Scraper. I'm Guppy. I like Guppy. Of all the disagreeable types, you have the most personal hatred for sanctimonious priests, stupid peasants, diabolical wizards, or power-mad robber barons. Honestly, the priests. Sorry. You have an unusually high affinity with the savage harpies, the glorious dragons, the infernal daedra, the primitive centaurs, the mischievous imps, the bucolic spriggans. Oh, that's like a fairy, right? The immodus, I don't know what that says. Murifs? And the simple giants. Okay, but which one should I be affinity with? Like when I talk to them, they like me and I like them. Spider people? That's the daedra, right? Oh, I have the most trouble with getting along with others, resisting poisons, resisting spells, fighting and parrying, avoiding disease, and staying awake and alert. I think I'm gonna have the most trouble with staying awake. I'm a sleepy boy. Since childhood, you have saved 12 arrows, 100 gold pieces, a cuirass, and a book. What is a cuirass? I need to find it. There's so many things I just don't know. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's dead. Do you know what a cuirass is?
Chest plate.
It's a chest plate? Do I want a chest plate? I feel like I could just buy arrows. And I don't know how wealthy 100 gold pieces are. I'm going to take the cuirass, whatever. You feel the most comfortable on stable ground, on a ledge or tree, with other people, anywhere dark or in the water. I like it when I'm thinking either in the water or anywhere dark, but I am also a lizard, so I'm going to go in the water. When given 200 gold pieces as a reward, you decide to save it, buy a rare book, buy a silver staff, buy a ruby, or buy an ebony dagger. Honestly, I'd probably save it till I see something cool. You spend any free time you have training with archery, long blade, blunt weapons, axe, fighting, short blade. I'm kind of sad I don't have magic, but that's fine. Hand habit, bland. I'm going to say archery. I am intimate friends with a assassin. Your reputation have changed as follows: commoners, merchants, scholars, nobility, and underworld unchanged. Name thyself. Mooch. I'm just gonna call it Mooch. So choose thy face. Next. Ooh. Yo, I got a crown too. What do we think? I do kind of like the one with the little tongue out. Yeah, that one. Oh my god, did I roll these? It sounded like it. Oh my god, that's so cool. This is literally like D&D. How have I never played this game? My intelligence... Is these good stats? I don't even know. What? Oh, I can up my stuff. What do I want? I think I'm gonna want agility and speed. Honestly. So we'll go like that. I like having my stuff on even numbers too. So I'll even all these out. To hit +1. Well, that doesn't help. Endurance, hits points, and healing rate. There we go. Beauty. What is PR? Perception? Okay. I'm okay with that. Save. Primary skills. Archery, hand-to-hand combat. Ooh. Archery is good. I'll put that to 42, and then the rest I'm going to put into dodging. Or actually, I'll bring this one to 30. There we go. Blunt weapons, I'll bring that up to here. Critical strike, love it. Minor skills, I'm going to say I like swimming and running. And I prefer to climb over jump. I like climbing, so I'm going to go climbing. Beauty. Player reflexes determine the overall speed of the game. If you pick very high reflexes, the monsters will move and attack quickly, forcing you to quick with the controls. Very low reflexes means the monsters will move and attack slowly. I'm going to say average. I always play every game on, like, normal. I'm not really, I can't go on easy because I ain't a chump, but I don't go on hard because I still want to enjoy the game, especially if it's my first time playing. This is the character sheet for Munch. What do we think? I think it's good. I think, honestly, it couldn't have turned out better. I'm happy I picked the marsh, too. Does that mean I could have become a spider person if I picked somewhere else? What's up, my dudes? Later editing Moonchi here. The video was getting pretty long, so we had to cut it short there. I hope you liked it. I try very hard on my videos. Please like and subscribe, and check out my other channels. Well, not channels, but on Twitch and TikTok. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.